Yeah, what's up? What's going on, everybody? It's Super Dave with the PA Political Revolution podcast, and today we have a good one. Today we're going to be going ahead and talking about the Mayor Bartie and his trips again. Now around the time of this recording, he may be in DC or maybe just coming back from DC, right? But on the March 1st council meeting, he wanted to go to Washington D.C. for a third trip, right? For a third trip. Like if I got my facts correct, like since December, he's been going on at least one trip every month on the taxpayers' dollars, right? Some people say he's trying to get it in before if he loses this election, he would have drained a lot of money going on these trips. So we're about to see what's going on in this election. Hopefully the citizens will wake up and get somebody different, or if we go continue with the same bull crap from the current mayor that we have. But we're going to go ahead and do a reaction video to this, right? We're going to do a reaction video to this. Going to do a reaction video to finally the council has opened up their eyes and kind of, called them out on it, right? And it's finally, I'm glad there's something that's done. It's finally, they're just now starting to call them on this bull crap, right? Now, let's go ahead with, no, that's the wrong one. I can't do the mic. Can't kill my mic. Yeah, here we go. To further ado, I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, I thought I had all this queued up. I'm messing around, didn't have everything queued up right. Yeah, here we go.
In progress.
Man, the meeting that I did attend.
Okay, I think that's it right there.
I'm excited about it already. It's like it'll be a lot of fun.
Appreciate your being here. And I did tell the newspaper on yesterday, about the course. She had completed it. And I asked all the others on the council not to try to do what some folks have said in the Port Arthur, that Mayor Bartie is trying to do some type of hostile takeover of the EDC that is as far away and as far removed from reality.
Okay, yeah, I got that. Let me go ahead. This is my first time checking that. I got to go back to that hostile takeover. Those are my words. I got to go back to that.
Allowing or recognizing.
See, I gotta go back to that because I didn't know that.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved in second that we would accept. A1 on page 4. We read it.
I think that's it right here.
Read it in this, Councilman Kinlaw.
Thanks, Mayor. Just a clarification. This is this is part 2 from the mayor's conference you attended a month ago, maybe?
Yes, sir. The African American Mayors Conference is a separate mayors association. The United Conference of Mayors is what I attended last month. African American mayors is a group of basically African American mayors from around the country. Mayor Sylvester Turner of Houston is our current president, and this is an organization that
I just want to go ahead and state something right here when he mentions Mr. Sylvester Turner, right? Houston is a strong mayor city government, right, where the mayor runs everything, and Port Arthur is a council manager form of government. No mayor, council as a whole, and a manager form of government. So we have to understand that there is 2 different types of governments. One, Houston being strong mayor, and this one here being a council manager form of government. That's very important because when you have the mayor doing all these photo ops and making it like he's running the show, he's actually not, because he's only one vote. He has to go through he has to go through the rest of the council to get things passed. So him just showboating and doing these dog and pony shows is nothing for the city. We just really make some money on him going on all these trips.
Actually deals with assistance, information, and other areas that would help African American mayors to better serve their communities. I've involved myself with them since my becoming mayor of the city of Port Arthur. However, the two previous mayors who were African American, I don't think that they were ever members or ever attended this. But through my relationship with Mayor Turner, I became involved with this particular group, and this is why I'm asking to attend the conference. And
understand this a little bit clearly, right? I just thought of something when they said when Mayor Bartie said that these are the help for the mayors to help their community. That's only applicable to a strong mayor because everything runs through a strong mayor, and they're the one that actually makes the decision. So since Mayor Bartie is not that type of mayor, right, and this is a council manager form of government, he has to go through a council. If he can go to all the trips that he wants to go to, right, and he can have all the good ideas or bad ideas that he wants, even if he brings it to council, it does no good because the council hasn't been a part. See, for this to theoretically work, right, or ideally work, everybody have to go to all of these doggone meetings and things for it to be effective. It has to go. Everybody has to go for it to be effective. Everybody has to do this for it to be effective, right? Because you're just one person on the thing. You're just one person going to these events. So it doesn't make any sense actually, him going and trying to implement something here because you can't, because, he's just one person.
We had a conference there, and I learned about, I think I told you all at the last meeting, about I don't want to give it the wrong bad term, but working with the nation of Colombia with possibilities for economic development, again, with those countries. And the African-American mayors are taking the lead on doing that. And that's something, that's a big program that is a part of this. So that's why I'm asking for this.
Okay, and that's just my question.
Okay, no, it's no problem.
I just want to make sure that we stay above water when we talk about going to, conference. And we did approve on the travel. I was on the travel committee along with Councilwoman Moses about implementing this and making sure that we police each other up when we talk about going to conference. So I'm glad that you explained that. I'm glad that it is a mayor's conference that you're going to attend. So we'd have to explain it later on a later date. So I'm
okay,
glad.
no problem.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, Councilwoman Moses.
Yeah, Mayor. So thanks for explaining the difference in the mayor's conference. But like Councilman Kinlaw just spoke about with the we have the mayor's conference that we had D.C. that you went to, I think, in January, and then here this mayor's conference in April, which I know going is learning. But I know that these are not conferences that were pre-approved by the travel committee that are already pre-approved that we've gotten that we should, watch and take. And then we have several conferences that I know that we already had delineated that we can take and go to.
Yeah.
So in addition to, the Economic Development Conference that you came back and that was a good conference to do. I think we have to be very prudent with taxpayers' dollars and understand basically, that there's a limit to all of what we do, and selecting which mayor conferences are going to be better for us to attend. I'm not a mayor, so you are. But I do understand it's one that we have set up that you're asking to attend. But I just, because I know we just attended one, I can't support this conference.
Okay, any other unreadiness?
There you go. Charlotte Moses, 1-on-1. She taking some extra trips too, but she even had the sense enough to call this out because it's just getting ridiculous.
Okay, we're ready to vote. Councilman Kendall, you had something to say?
Okay, maybe I missed something. Is this part of the mayor's conference that we have on approval of travel, or just?
Yeah, he trying to go ahead and vote. He don't want to have any more discussions about it.
No, that's why this one is different. And that's what I said. The previous mayors were not a part of this. So you all, I don't even think it was even considered to be part of what would be pre-approved next year. If this is approved now, I would just add this, then we can add it to what is happening. Both of them, they're different, actually two different organizations that actually prepares your mayor. It just happens to be me. But the way we are in the city of Port Arthur right now, and I'm not trying to be political.
Prepare you for what, right? There's nothing to be prepared on because you are one vote, right? You don't make the decisions for the city as a Houston strong mayor. So for order for any of these trips to work, right, everybody have to go on all the trips because the form of city government that we have is a manager council form of government. So the council has to go to it, the city manager has to go to it if this was the case. You know what I mean? So we have, two conferences a year that, that's actually authorized to go to, right? That the council's actually authorized to go to.
Attorney, but there are 4 persons running now. We're all African American.
We can't talk about
I'm sorry, but it wouldn't just be for me. It's going to be with whomever because you're going to elect an African American, and it supports.
I think we just want to talk about the pros and cons of the conference and not.
Okay,
yeah.
And I'm just trying to explain the necessity of actually attending. Councilwoman Holmes. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm just saying, Mayor. I was under the impression that it was, but it's not. So we already have a policy in place of all the pre-approved.
I mean, I think with the pre-approved, it wouldn't have to even be voted on like this because it was already budgeted to.
It has to be voted on through the consent agenda.
City manager, that's how that is, or city attorney. If it's already pre-approved, those conferences are already. The monies for those are already set aside, right?
Well, the travel budget is already approved for the council, but council has the final authority.
Bam, that's it. Ron Burton, throw it back to them. Council has the final authority. Not mayor, council.
Last question, Mayor. What do you think would be the advantage of your attending this particular conference?
Okay, actually receiving information, dissemination of information, the networking opportunities that you get. City manager is there. I was able to get some of this for the city about 2 years ago. Am I correct, city manager? On that, when I just happened to be at a meeting, the guy sent the stuff. And you remember, and I filled out this deal, and because of our CDBG profile, they awarded us some funds. In these type meetings and being in these organizations, if you are not in the room when they are talking about the plans, you're really not going to be a part of it. I'm sorry to say, but that's sort of the American way right now. And being a part of this allows your city to have access to.
Going to an African American mayor's conference, right, is not going to give Port Arthur some special access to some African American only funds. This is a crock of bull crap. He doesn't have any idea what he's talking about. He's just making up something that sounds good, people. Understand, if you have federal funds, you apply for them through federal. It's not going to be you going to some type of African American mayor's meeting where you're going to get special access to it, right? I mean, these meetings are not mandatory, right? These meetings are not necessary because all of this other information is you can either find this out through another avenue, through your TML reps or whatnot. You have to understand, right? Washington, D.C. is political hustle. Since it's, the state, the U.S. Capitol, the president's home, right? You're going to understand that Congress, everybody's there. So you have all these little programs and things to hustle. It's a hustle. It's a money-making venture with all of these programs, seminars. That's what it is in Washington, D.C. when you're dealing with politics. Hey, this is the national mecca for politicians. So, hey, we're going to have something for African Americans. We're going to have something for women. We're going to have something for Indians, Hispanics. We're going to have something for every doggone group. every doggone thing you can think of in Washington, D.C. That's why they had about 3 or 4 doggone trips to Washington, D.C. in the past, 3 months. And he's trying to go on the past 2 months, and this one is for the next month of from April. So these little meetings and whatnot, these are non-stop hustle opportunities just to make money. That's all it is.
Almost the first right of refusal to say whether you want to be a part of it or you don't.
No, you don't get no special access.
On the back end, learning about it when everybody gets it. You know, the exposure that you get from being in the room, being there, networking with.
Okay, he just admitted on the backside. See, if you go to this African American thing, right, you're not going to get any special access or jump in the line because you went to an African American meeting. That's bull crap. You can receive the information just as anybody else, and he just said it.
Others and with federal government departments, as with the United States Conference of Mayors, being in there, my interacting with Secretary of Fudge, or my interacting with Secretary Budapest. You know, those are the type of things that you get, and you have an opportunity to put your city in the front.
Thank you.
Okay.
Front of what?
Okay, any other unreadness? Any other?
Okay, let's make this. Okay, you have your city and you have other people's city. What are you in the front of? And understand, regardless if you have one country mayor from Port Arthur, Texas, right? Do you really think that you're going to be in the front of anybody like the Los Angeles, Sacramento, Oakland, Phoenix, Houston, Dallas, Austin, New York, Charleston, major cities in Florida, major cities in North Carolina, any major city in this country? Do you actually think that a country-ass mayor from Port Arthur, Texas is going to actually jump the line from all these other cities? Once you have to really think about this stuff, man. You have to really think about this trash and understand, hey, look, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. He thinks you're stupid, right? He thinks you're stupid. And his advisors, whoever these clowns are advising them, they stupid just like his ass. Because they all think you as a citizen is stupid. Are stupid because he's trying to make some type of national politics, right? Federal politics, something that he's doing, which is further from the truth.
Questions?
Mayor, can I ask for a roll call vote, please?
Ma'am?
Can I ask for a roll call vote?
Okay.
Mayor.
Councilman Jones?
It seems as though we always find a way, some way, somehow, to get a big fight started, unnecessary fight started in this council that we don't need.
Now, Cal Jones is making some sense right here. He understands that you have citizens on social media talking about it. You have former council members speaking about this. Every time he takes a doggone trip, they lighting his ass up on these trips.
African American Mayors Conference. And you don't come no more African American Cal Jones, my age. Well, here we go again. We got.
Well, I ain't gonna. I like that. You don't get more African American Cal Jones. I like that.
We got African American in the city. We got black. We got African American. We got white. We got Vietnamese, Chinese, Pakistani, others. We're not all African American cities. So, we find things. This to bring up a fight we don't need. Why we need to go to the African American conference and mayors? That don't do nothing. That won't have no bearing on Port Arthur. What does that have to do with us down here? That's the problem we facing. I can't support it, Mayor. I hate that you all keep bringing that stuff to cause a fight, cause us to go through this here challenges.
Now I can understand, right? If Bartie was actually doing something for black people, right? If he was actually doing something for black folk in the city, I can agree to it. But he follows the line of a puppet. He's a slave, just like most of these other council members, right? A slave to the hog, to the boss hogs of the world, right? To the boss hogs of the city. So he's a slave just like all these others. He's not doing anything for African Americans or pretty much anybody else that's not in the line for himself.
I can't support this, Mayor.
Good, I'm glad.
But I don't think it's causing a fight. It's just I'm asking for approval. If we get approval, we get it. If not, I'm not going to fight or be angry with anybody.
Fighting right now.
It's not causing a fight. And to help you, Councilman Jones, if you will, there is a group for gay individuals who are elected. There's a group for Hispanic individuals who are elected. You know, there's a group for women.
That's what I'm saying.
So this is what I'm saying. So we happen to have a group.
Say not all gay, say not all Hispanic, not all women. So that's it.
No, Councilman, this is what I'm explaining to you. Each group, the larger group has subgroups.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Okay. We vote on the item.
Okay, that's all we have to do.
See, this trash getting way out of goddamn hand for this man, right? Getting way out of hand. All these doggone trips, even the ones that are taking the trips on it, they say, man, this is way too much.
Okay, she asked for a roll call vote. Go ahead. City Secretary.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Holmes?
No.
Councilmember Jones?
No.
Councilmember Kinlaw?
No.
Councilmember Moses?
No.
Mayor Bartie?
Yes.
The measure fails, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's move to the next item.
There you go, everybody. As you can see, this has gotten so much out of hand, right? So much out of hand that the council has finally stepped in. But hell, it's too little, too late now. Well, not really too late, but heck, you have the citizens have to damn near curse out the council members, call them all kinds of names, call them incompetent, damn near cuss out the mayor. They have to come up to the meeting and start arguing with them every trip you want to take. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But that's how you have to be with these ignorant clowns on the council, right? You have to call all of them out until they want to do the right thing. Now they start doing the right thing. Now you have to keep an eye on them too, to continue to do the right thing. And it's sad that they can't, some grown doggone men and women can't control themselves, right? But I tried to tell everybody this back then when they did not have any, when they was going through the campaigns, he said, hey, you got some people without the experience on there. Now you're going to suffer. We got Frank Holmes and Marks, 3 of them without experience. So now with all of the trash going on, now instead of doing that, fixing the trash, the streets, they want to go on the trip. So understand, we need experience on that council to bring things back together, right? We need some experience so we can bring some leadership on there, right? So hopefully we'll be able to make a change during this mayoral election. We'll see how everybody feel about it. But thank y'all for checking me out. Until later. Peace.